What if I told you some of the smoothest songs from the 70s never made it past the censors?
Mini skirts, hot pants, and a few.
Hidden between the disco hits and classic rock were tracks so provocative, radio stations pulled them off the air.
A hustle here and a hustle there. New York City is the...
Today, we're uncovering 12 songs that push boundaries and paid the price. Some you'll recognize immediately. Others might just surprise you. This is the 70s like you've never heard it before.
I know you're moving to Hollywood.
Number 1, The Pill by Loretta Lynn.
World is a bed and a doctor bill. I'm tearing down.
It didn't sound dangerous. Just Loretta Lynn's familiar voice over gentle country guitar, singing about something women had whispered about for years, but rarely said out loud. Birth control.
Since I've got the pill.
Lynn recorded it at Bradley's Barn in Nashville, the same studio where Patsy Cline had made history.
Oh, I've got the pill. The same.
Producer Owen Bradley knew it would stir trouble, but Lynn insisted she'd seen what lack of choice did to women in rural Kentucky.
Oh, Daddy, don't you worry none.
Radio stations across the South banned it immediately. Too controversial, too forward, too honest about women's bodies and their choices.
Little fancy frills. Yeah, I'm making up for all those.
It stalled at number 5, held back by stations that refused airtime.
Don't you worry none, 'cause Mama's got the pill.
Years later, rural doctors would thank her, saying the song helped them talk to patients about family planning in communities where nobody else would.
Going, how you and your hens play.
The song that radio tried to silence became the one Loretta Lynn never apologized for.
Promised if I'd be your wife, you'd.
Number 2, Get Down. Get Down by Joe Simon. The groove hit you first, smooth, unhurried, built on a bass line that knew exactly where it was going. Joe Simon's voice floated over it all, suggesting more than it said. He'd been around for years by then. Multiple R&B hits under his belt. A voice that could sell anything from gospel to funk. But this particular song, recorded at the height of his career in 1975, had an edge that made some program directors nervous. The lyrics weren't explicit. They didn't need to be. The way Simon sang them, the way the production moved, the entire feeling suggested intimacy that felt too close for daytime radio. It climbed to number 1 on the R&B charts and number 8 on the Hot 100. But along the way, several stations quietly pulled it from rotation. Too suggestive for afternoon drive time. A song that said everything without saying much at all.
You know what breaks my heart a little? Only 1% of the people who watch R&B vinyl are actually subscribed. 99 out of 100 of you keep coming back, vibing with the grooves, feeling the stories, reliving the voices that built soul itself, but you still haven't hit that button. Think about it. You've spent time here, maybe even rediscovered a song that hit you right in the chest. And yet, you're walking away before the next track drops. Subscribing costs nothing, not a cent, but it means you'll never miss the moments that remind you who you were when that record first played. R&B vinyl isn't just music, it's memory, it's heritage. It's the pulse that still beats under everything we love. Don't just listen from the sidelines. Be part of the 1% who keep the soul alive. Hit subscribe, stay, groove, and keep the record spinning with us.
Number 3, Walk on the Wild Side Lou Reed.
Hey babe, take a walk on the wild side. Said hey.
It slipped through. That's the remarkable thing. Lou Reed recorded a song about transgender sex workers and male prostitutes from Andy Warhol's factory scene, and somehow it became a radio hit. The bass line hooked you immediately. Herbie Flowers played it twice, once on upright bass, once on electric, creating that distinctive twin line groove.
I said, hey Joe, take a walk on the wild side.
David Bowie and Mick Ronson produced it at Trident Studios in London, giving taboo subjects an elegant polish.
Plucked her eyebrows on the way, shaved her legs, and then he was a she says.
Each verse introduced another character, Holly, Candy, Little Joe, all real people from Reed's world, immortalized in 3-minute vignettes.
Place where they said, hey babe, take a walk on the wild side.
The censors at the BBC missed it entirely. They didn't understand what Reed meant when he sang about what happened in that back room. By the time they figured it out, the song was already at number 16 on the Hot 100. A masterclass in hiding controversy in plain sight.
From out on the island, in the back room.
Number 4, Judge Dredd by 11 chart hits.
Never says no and in it goes, and she grows and grows and grows.
Imagine having 11 songs reach the UK charts and never hearing a single one on BBC Radio.
She is a big girl now, yeah, she is a big girl now.
That was Judge Dredd's reality throughout the entire 70s.
And we had to take a really firm attitude with this bird. She wouldn't stop eating. She kept stopping.
His real name was Alex Hughes, a white reggae artist from London who specialized in something radio couldn't stomach. Sexual innuendo wrapped in Caribbean rhythms.
And they had to lock her away. She got out and had to pay. I'm sorry.
Every line carried a double meaning. Every chorus pushed boundaries just far enough to make censors uncomfortable.
She's got big and we know how. Oh, she is a big girl now.
From 1972 through 1978, every single one of his chart hits got banned, all 11 of them.
She's got big and we know how. Oh, she is a big girl now.
The BBC wouldn't touch any of it, and yet he kept charting.
So tries to do his stuff, but she just can't get enough. Oh.
Despite zero airplay, he became the second biggest selling reggae artist in UK history.
With fish and chips, Chinese dinners, curry goat, yams,
Only Bob Marley sold more. He holds the Guinness World Record for most BBC banned songs by one artist.
She is a big girl now, yeah, she is a big girl now. She's got
a career built entirely on what radio refused to play.
Never says no and in it goes, and she grows and grows and grows.
Number 5, Star Star by the Rolling Stones.
Baby, call me on the telephone.
They couldn't even say the real title on the radio. The Rolling Stones originally called it something else entirely, something that made Atlantic Records executives panic and demand they change it before release. So it became Star Star. But Mick Jagger still sang the original version in every chorus. The word that got it banned from BBC airwaves on September 10th, 1973. The lyrics pushed every boundary. References to Hollywood celebrities in compromising positions, explicit imagery that left nothing to imagination. When they performed it during their 1975 tour, a giant inflatable stage prop appeared that made the song's intentions impossible to miss. Radio stations wouldn't touch it. The BBC called it unfit for broadcast, but the Stones didn't care. It closed their Goat's Head Soup album with exactly the kind of controversy they'd built their reputation on, a song too explicit for its own title. Number 6, Tonight's the Night by Rod Stewart.
Relax, baby, control that.
It spent 8 weeks at number 1.
Baby, don't you hesitate.
8 consecutive weeks, the longest running chart topper since the Beatles' Hey Jude. And the entire time, censors were trying to kill it.
Let me come inside, 'cause tonight.
Rod Stewart's voice glided over soft rock production, singing about seduction with lyrics that left little to interpretation. His girlfriend, Britt Eklund, whispered in French at the song's end, adding one more layer that pushed it past acceptable.
A good long drink. Woo.
The BBC banned it. Multiple U.S. radio stations refused to play it. Jesse Jackson's Operation Push organized protests against it. None of it mattered. The song kept climbing, kept selling, kept dominating radio in markets brave enough to play it. By the time it finished its run at number 1, it had proven something important. Controversy doesn't kill hits. Sometimes it creates them. Eight weeks of censors failing to stop what audiences wanted to hear.
Pretty French gal, let me pose.
Before we continue, let's hear from you. Which of these songs do you remember? Did any take you back to a specific moment? Or maybe there's a band song we missed? Drop your memories in the comments. Number 7, The Rap by Millie Jackson.
Early in the morning, when you really feel like it.
It wasn't a song in the traditional sense, more like a conversation set to music.
The in-laws come to visit, so he has to stay home. And
Millie Jackson talking directly to listeners about relationships, about men, about things women said to each other, but never on the radio.
might want to hear. I know.
The track appeared on her 1974 album, tucked between traditional R&B songs.
But when the man came in, J1, I was right there waiting on him to tell him all them sweet things I know is why.
Long spoken word sections, frank language. Two words in particular that made program directors panic when they actually listened to what she was saying.
Marry these men. They have a tendency to take advantage of them.
When New York station WBLS played it, protesters showed up at the station. Actual picketers demanding they never play Millie Jackson again.
Really get to you sometimes. But what
Jackson told NPR years later what happened next. They picketed the radio station because I said funky drawers. I sold 62,000 in one day.
Because anything worth having is worth waiting on.
The controversy didn't hurt her. It proved her point.
You gotta always be by yourself. Because that's the time.
Women wanted to hear someone talking honestly, even if radio didn't want to play it.
Because I'm going with a married man.
A song that turned a band into the best advertising she could have asked for.
Need someone to hold on to. The man ain't nowhere around and that can...
Number 8, You Sure Love to Ball by Marvin Gaye.
Oh, sugar, just like you want me to.
His previous single had reached number 1.
Baby, don't ever go away.
Let's Get It On dominated the charts in 1973, sexually charged but suggestive enough to pass radio standards.
I've got my mind made up.
Then Marvin Gaye released the follow-up, You Sure Love to Ball. Same year, same artist, same producer, but this time, radio said no. The difference wasn't subtle. Where Let's Get It On implied intimacy, this track stated it explicitly.
I love you so much.
overtly sexual lyrics, moaning throughout, production that left nothing to imagination. Program directors squirmed, stations refused airplay. The song that should have been another number one stalled at 50 on the Hot 100. Gay had found the line between suggestive and explicit, and he crossed it just far enough to get blacklisted. Same voice, same moment, two completely different reactions. The line radio drew became visible in real time. Number 9, Wet Dream by Max Romeo. The BBC gave it 2 plays, just 2, then banned it completely.
Throw all the punch you want to, I can take them all.
It still climbed to number 10 in the UK. Max Romeo tried to explain it away. He claimed the song was about a leaking roof, water damage, home repairs. Nobody believed him for a second. The lyrics were too obvious. No metaphor, no subtlety. Just a reggae track from 1969 that said things pop music didn't say out loud. Here's why it matters for the 70s. This song taught censors what to listen for. After Wet Dream, radio executives became paranoid. The FCC publicized record penalties in 1973. Every program director started paying closer attention. The bands that followed throughout the decade traced back to this moment. One reggae track that made censors realize they needed to actually listen to what they were playing. A song that changed how radio approached content forever. Number 10, G Tame, Moi Non Plus by Jane Birkin and Serge Gainsbourg. The French language didn't protect it. Neither did the elegant production or the sophisticated arrangement. The BBC banned it anyway. So did Italian radio. The Vatican condemned it. An Italian label executive received a suspended prison sentence. Jane Birkin's breathy vocals throughout the track left no doubt about what the song depicted. When someone asked Serge Gainsbourg if they'd actually recorded themselves in the act, he replied, "It would have been a long-playing record." The song came out in 1969, just before the decade that would test every boundary. It set the template for everything that followed. Simulated intimacy, provocative sounds, content that made censors uncomfortable. Despite complete BBC ban, it reached number 1 in the UK. Sold over 3 million copies worldwide. A song in a foreign language that somehow transcended every barrier except the ones radio built. Proof that controversy needed no translation. Number 11, Jungle Fever by the Chakachas. No lyrics. Not a single word, just an instrumental track with Latin funk grooves and one vocalist providing something radio couldn't handle. Kari Kenton's voice appeared throughout Jungle Fever, but she wasn't singing words, heavy breathing, sounds that suggested exactly what the title implied. The BBC called it orgasmic moaning and banned it immediately. The Chaka-Chas recorded it in 1971. By 1972, it had climbed to number 8 on the Hot 100, number 11 R&B. It went gold in March. Billboard ranked it the 51st biggest song of the year, all without a single lyric, just sounds, just rhythm, just enough to make censors uncomfortable. An instrumental that proved words weren't necessary to cross the line. Sometimes the sounds alone were enough to get banned.
Sorry, no, no, no.
Number 12, Love to Love You Baby by Donna Summer. 17 minutes. That's how long the album version lasted. 17 minutes of Donna Summer lying on a studio floor in complete darkness, imagining herself as Marilyn Monroe. Producers Giorgio Moroder and Pete Bellotte told her to let go. She did. The result became one of the most controversial recordings of the decade. Time magazine sat down and counted 22 distinct moments that sounded like exactly what they were. The BBC counted 23. Radio stations across Europe banned it. Italian radio RAI refused to play it. Reverend Jesse Jackson spoke out against it. Summer's own grandmother reportedly told her she could never go to church again. Summer herself later expressed embarrassment about the recording. None of it stopped the song. It reached number 2 on the Hot 100. Birthed the entire extended disco format. Became Donna Summer's signature track. Radio tried to kill it. Censors counted the explicit moments. Churches condemned it. And it sold millions anyway. The song that proved controversy couldn't stop a hit, only make it legendary.